Everyone, casual boxing fan here. Just want to make a quick video talking about the rumours I'm hearing about Canelo v Errol Spence and how absolutely ridiculous and stupid I think this fight is. I'll give you a couple reasons why. Canelo had so many good fights at 160, so why is Oscar De La Hoya looking down at the smaller weight classes? I'm really getting sick of De La Hoya always looking at the smaller weight classes to bring fighters up. I've seen it enough, and I thought we were past this with Canelo. I thought we'd moved on from this, from him bringing up Khan, him bringing up Josecito Lopez. I thought we were past this bit of his career, where he's bringing up fighters now to fight. Canelo is a good and amazing talent. I'm not saying Errol Spence is those guys, but what I'm saying is, Canelo should be fighting guys at 160 pounds, where he's the champion at, where he holds 3 major world titles. And there's guys for him to fight in that weight class. No one can tell me there isn't. You know, there's Charlo. A lot of people say, well, Charlo's a talent beat. No. But if you don't give Charlo a chance to beat anyone, how will we know? Give Charlo the chance. Give him the opportunity. Demetrius Andrade, WBO champion, great fight. Give him a chance. Sergey Derevyanchenko, great fighter. Give him a chance. There's names for Canelo to fight. There's people in that weight class for him to fight. And don't come up with an excuse, well, these guys aren't names, they don't generate money. Well, Danzon, get the promotion behind them and push them so they can generate the money. It's just that simple. It's, business shouldn't bother us fans. If boxers aren't as successful, or their names aren't as big, it's because the promotion company they're with aren't doing enough for them. They should be promoting these guys to get so that Canelo can get the big fights. Because those are big fights. But Danzon and PBC, whoever they're with, need to make sure they're elevated. Their game's elevated. There's guys at 160 for Canelo to fight. There is. There's no excuses for him to be picking anyone up from 154. Or I also heard about Jarrett Hurd. What type of madness is that? Who wants to see Canelo be Jarrett Hurd? I for sure don't. Jarrett Hurd's still unfinished business at 154 pounds. So let that man clean up that division before he comes up there. Same with Errol Spence. He doesn't need to go 160 pounds. Look at the men he's got 147 pounds. Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, Danny Garcia. What does he need to go up in weight for? Fight them guys and beat them guys first, and then move up. We've seen guys move up 2 weight classes before. Jose Naples moved up to 165 to fight Carlos Monzon. But Jose Naples, how many top wins did he have at 147 pounds? Shane Mosley moved from 135 to 147 to fight Oscar De La Hoya. How many top wins did Shane Mosley have? Made a lot of defenses, moved up. Same goes for Duran. How many defenses did Duran have? How many top fighters did Duran beat before he went up to fight Leonard? How many top wins did Michael Spinks have at 175 pounds before he went up to challenge Larry Holmes? Let's be realistic, people. Let's see these fighters clean up their division first and then move up. We don't want to see them fighting 2 or 3 guys who just becoming a champion and jumping straight up. No. Establish yourself as the top fighter in that division, then look to other divisions. Mikey Garcia jumped up 2 weight classes, and look what that did for him. For me, people say, oh, but Michael Garcia fought twice at 140, but Mikey wasn't an established 140 pounder. He wasn't even an established 135 pounder. There was 135 pounders for Mikey Garcia to fight. Jorge Linares, Vasyl Lomachenko, but he chose to go up, fight Lipinets for a 4th world title. And now look at 140. Look how 140 is booming. Josh Taylor, Rugas Progress, Jose Carlos Ramirez, Maurice Hooker, Virgil Ortiz, Mario Barrios. There's a lot of top names at 140. Opportunities for Mike Garcia. He chose to go to 147. And I think he's going to stay there. But is that benefited his career? Has it benefited us fans? Have we seen great fights? No. So it's this ridiculous talk of Errol Spence v Canelo. No. And this whole other thing that I've heard people say, well, Mikey Garcia did it. Errol Spence isn't as stupid as Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia made a huge mistake. Made a huge error in judgment. The first error was not even taking a tune-up at 147. I don't know what he was thinking. If you'll see, look at Duran took a tune-up before he went to 147. Sweet Pea took a tune-up before he transferred a title at 147. Shane Mosley took a tune-up. These guys that are moving up in weight take tune-ups so they can get adjusted to the weight. But Mike Garcia thought he could just go straight up and challenge immediately. Come on, man. So you can't hold Errol Spence to the standard of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia set that standard for himself. He didn't set that standard in boxing. He chose his own way of doing things when there was already a set way of doing things. You move up, take a tune-up, then go into the big fight. feel the weight on you first. Errol Spence doesn't have to jump up to 160. Hell no, we don't. Errol Spence is a big enough name at 147 where he can stay here and do what he wants to do here. Don't let Canelo needs to focus at 160. Focus on the guys in front of him. Not on Errol Spence. It's not a fight I'm interested in. It's not a fight I want to see. Maybe 2-3 years down the line when both men have cleaned up their divisions, of course, I'd love to see it. But of this moment, no. There's still unfinished business for Spence to be finishing at 147. He doesn't need his head turned. He doesn't need to go up to 160 like Kell Brook or Khan did and do that foolishness there. And look how it ended up in their careers. Backfired big time. Look how it backfired for Mike Garcia. Just jumping up 2 weight classes without being prepared won't do you no good. You know, let's see Canelo v. Demetrius Andrade for undisputed. Let's see Terence Crawford v. Errol Spence to decide who's the best at 147. Let's even see him against Keith Thurman, the winner of Pacquiao Thurman. You know what I mean? That's a big fight there. Pacquiao Thurman's a big fight. The winner of that's going to elevate their name. Let's see Errol Spence fight the winner of that. There's so many opportunities, so many different paths where these guys are taking their own weight class. There's no reason for them to be meeting. There really isn't. Somewhere down the line, of course, that can happen. But right at this moment, don't want to see it. Don't want to see it at all. I don't think any fans really want to see it too. I think this Oscar De La Hoya being a money grubber. He's seen that Spence done some good pay-per-view numbers, and he thinks that, oh, if it's Canelo's going to do some huge numbers. That's what he's thinking. You see, because Mikey's Mexican, he looked at, oh, there's some good numbers there. But listen, Oscar De La Hoya, get your grubby little hands and your stupid little smirk out of this. Because I don't like Oscar. I don't like any sort of promoter. I don't like Oscar. I don't like Eddie. I don't like Bob. I don't like any of them because they're all just two-faced, lying, manipulative cockroaches. And Oscar, you know, was just sitting there. He's always bringing up guys from different weights and just trying to make it. He's hampering Canelo. He's not helping Canelo. Canelo doesn't need to be fighting guys from lower weights. Canelo's proven that he's a star. Beat Gigi. Beat Jacobs. Beat Lara. Beat Trout. Come on, man. What type of guy has those sort of names on his resume? Does he look like he needs to be bringing guys up from 140 or 147? Beat Cotto. Come on, man. He doesn't need that. He's better than that. Let's establish Canelo now as a #1 star in boxing. Because that's what he's been promoted as, the biggest star in boxing. So let's establish that. And let's build on that. By him keep fighting the best. That's what I want to see. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, man. This has been Casual Boxing Talk.